Brushes. Like somebody keeps putting stuff in here. Like there's a hair dryer.
We're live streaming.
Huh? What?
I said we're live. Live streamed on YouTube right now.
Live streaming on YouTube. Cool. That's good.
I was just seeing if it was gonna work, and it worked. So I was like, oh, okay.
Good. So we're live streaming on YouTube. So that's
So
great.
that
So we
in
can say-
there.
We're gonna, yeah, go ahead, Ryan. We're practicing. We're practicing. Yeah. I think it's good. I think we're gonna be glad to whatever it is. If you build it, they will come. Yeah. I mean, after all my experience last night with the crazy guy from basically the NSA who had been fired. Too much.
Is that redundant to be live and recording at the same time? I don't know.
No, because you're gonna want to use it later.
Mhm.
I think, or are you? Or
I
would
don't
it just-
know. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
really
need to
sure.
record it because I don't know. I think it would just go away into YouTube land, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
The thing is doesn't Google think they own your shit?
Probably.
So you gotta record it then, I would think. Record it on Zoom so that they don't. I didn't ever read the terms and conditions of YouTube. Have you ever read them?
I think so.
Do they own your shit?
Probably.
What did it say? Did it say that they
I
own your
can't
shit?
remember. It was a while ago.
You know, I don't know. They probably think they own your shit.
Probably.
So, but I mean, Passio does it. They all use that stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know if he live streams on there, if he has his own live streaming thing or what.
But doesn't Lawrence use?
Well, there's other places you can live stream to besides just YouTube. So.
What I
And
know,
think
but
you can have your own
sure, but I mean, when you're
programming on your
new
website.
like us and we have no audience, you have to start somewhere to try
You have to go where there's an audience.
to get an
YouTube.
audience of people. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow, yeah. Huge amount of light. No, you didn't want that to happen.
Oopsies. Now,
What's good to know?
recording in progress.
Yep. So we're just gonna keep on collaborating this painting till we get it done.
Interesting. It's like a different,
Well,
totally different hookup here now on live stream.
Oh, really?
Well, not live. It's just the camera's different for some reason through Zoom, so I have to move this back further. It's okay.
this phthalo. Oh yeah, my phthalo tube is ripped open on the top. It's exciting, yes, unfortunately, but whatever. Yeah, just deal with it.
Oh, good.
Oh, and it got all over
Sideways
everything.
and your side. We're both sideways.
Oh, we're both sideways? No, my phone says my phone's right side up,
Yeah, your phone is.
but it's not coming into YouTube that way?
It's not coming into my computer that way.
Huh, what do we need to do?
You have to go out and
Come back in.
Switch your camera. Well, no, just if you take your phone out of the, here, watch. If I take my phone out of this, and I turn it like this, and I switch the camera like that, and
Oh, dear Lord.
then if I switch the camera back,
Oh, crap.
and go back over here, now it fixed it.
All right, fine. And mine is still sideways?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, fine. Just give me a second here.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it. Turn it right side up. And do what?
And switch it to the camera. Camera button there. Okay, whoops.
Oh, this?
No, yeah, the camera one. Yeah,
What?
yeah, that one.
This?
Yeah. Switch it back. I'll put it back in. It should work.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
How I figured that out?
That's just plain silly. It's just plain silly, but
Like I said, how I figured out how to fix that, don't ask.
I'm not going to ask, but good thing you did figure out how to fix it.
Right?
Yes, yes. One of those things,
That's-
technology. Yep, technology. I mean, honestly, I've pretty much had it with technology, and I would be happy if I just got to hang out with people face to face
Right,
for the rest of my life. I would be satiated, and I wouldn't have to.
right?
I wouldn't miss technology. I mean, I probably would, but then I'd have to just tell myself. I'd have to remind myself of this baloney that we're involved in now as a result of technology. And then I would remember. Yes, I don't like it.
So we'll see what happens to this video on YouTube land after we're done live streaming. We're starting our painting here halfway through what we already started last week.
Yep. Oh, and we're gonna do a prayer first
Yeah, we will.
before we
Yeah, we will.
start. Going. Forgot about that. But that is the thing that I am pretty sure has been amiss in my art practice, is that I haven't been treating it as a sacred act.
Okay, oh, cool. Spawn. Okay. So should we start with a prayer? Should I put this over there so I can see you?
Oh, if you want, or you can just, that's fine, but I think we should do a meditation as well.
Yeah, for sure.
A deep, long
I'm gonna
meditation.
come sit over there too. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
use
gonna
this
spotlight-
meditation.
I'm gonna
that-
spotlight that. I'm the shadow host and the host.
And so we're gonna do a meditation. And a prayer. So it could take a while. Oh, boy.
This is the funnest part, actually. So in case you guys are, any viewers out there are wondering, this is the best part, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna sit in a comfortable position with your feet flat on the floor and breathe into your solar plexus. Fill your whole belly with air and let it out. And we're going to do a meditation where we go down deep into our core. And then we're going to pray from that spot. So just imagine yourself in a place that feels safe and beautiful to you. And then notice that there is a building of some kind. And get up and start walking towards the building. And enter the building. And in the building, there's an elevator. It's a glass elevator. And feel confident and happy about getting into the glass elevator. Once you get into the elevator, sit down in a comfortable position. And now the elevator is going to go down beneath the place you were just in. And you see the underneath part of that place. If there were trees there, you'll see the roots of the trees. And if it was a city scene, then you'll see the foundation of the buildings that were around. And then you're going to go down another floor. And now you're going to see nature in wintertime, as if there had been an ice storm and the trees, the leaves of the trees are all covered in ice and they're making that sound that they make when the wind blows. And now the elevator goes down another floor. And now you're in the ocean, underneath the water, inside the glass elevator, and you see ocean creatures come to you and look at you through the glass. And now the elevator goes down another floor. And this is the floor where you see fire, the core of the earth, lava, molten lava. But you're safe in your glass elevator. It's completely sealed. You just get to observe the rivers of fire flowing. Now the elevator goes down another floor. And now you're in a beautiful cave underneath. And it's the fresh air is in there. And the door opens to the elevator and you can go out into the cave. And you see in the cave a colored light that is soothing to you. And you just go into the cave and start to explore it with your hands against the wall. You touch the walls and you feel whether it's rough or smooth or whether it has moss growing in it or stalactites. Start to explore the cave. And find a comfortable spot in the cave to sit or lie down. And now that you're in this state, you ask your higher self what you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be creating. What can I bring to the earth now during this time that is of great importance, that will be of the highest good for all concerned? What can I bring? You ask. And you're not worried about receiving the answer now. You might receive some information, but you might not. We're just actually together praying for guidance from the higher power, from the creator, of what we can collectively and individually bring into this time and this place that we're currently in, that will be of maximum service to our fellows. We know that we're gonna stay open-minded to receive the answer to this prayer. We're gonna look for the answer in our experiences in life as we go through our day. We're gonna look for signs. We're gonna look for interactions from beyond the veil. They may come from TV, the radio, the internet. We may catch a glimpse of something, and we will just know intuitively that that's the answer to this question that we're asking. Let me take a deep breath in. And now we're going to get back up and we're going to go back to the elevator. Say goodbye to the cave. And the elevator door closes and we're in the glass elevator. And now we go up, start going up, and we get to the floor above the cave, which is the flowing hot lava. We just look at that. We just take it in. Enjoy it. The beauty of the flowing hot lava of the floor of the earth. And then the elevator goes up another floor. Now we're sitting on the sand under the ocean. We're seeing the sea creatures swimming through the water, looking at us, and we're looking at them. And then the elevator goes up another floor. And we see the ice, leaf covered ice covered leaves, tinkling sound of ice in the snow. in the forest. Then we go up another floor. We see the roots of the trees. The foundation of building a building. Dirt. Now we go up another floor and we are back in that beautiful place that we were in originally. And the door of the elevator opens and we can come out into the place that we felt safe. And we're just going to collectively, once again, ask the Creator to bless us with a solutions to what we can bring into the world at this time to help our brothers and sisters, help the earth, help the environment, be the hands and feet of God, the Creator, in manifesting the Creator's will on the planet Earth. Now we are going to open our eyes. And we are going to start working on a painting that we started last week and see what comes to us from that.
Sounds good.
Is that good?
Yeah, let's go paint.
Let's paint.
Let's paint.
So I'm going to put some color on my palette. Wait a minute. Have I never opened this paint before? Wow, that's interesting. Yep. The phthalo got all over every tube. Isn't that great? Oh, of course it did. Well,
it is what it is.
all right, that's what I'm going to start with. Okay, and then I guess I'm going to have to put this phthalo in something so that that doesn't happen again. Next week.
Paint here, but it's so good. So I saw some paint here, but it's so good.
Oh shoot, this one is completely wrong. So I don't know about anybody else, but when I first started doing meditations like that, I would, my mind would really not be able to focus on anything. And I'd feel really inadequate. And so I just want to say, if anybody experiences that, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You'll still receive guidance if you look for it.
I feel like that helps me like clear my mind so I can do more.
Yeah, I've been doing that meditation for a few days and it's really helping.
It's meditation in general. I feel like I do like some meditation and I'm like,
Oh yeah, it feels
I can concentrate on the task that I wanted to do now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because otherwise I'm just like all scattered because there's like too much stuff that I could do. I gotta submit this paperwork to this thing. And then, I gotta do this. you know, oh, I need to start brainstorming ideas for this project. Or, you know, to get. So,
Overwhelmed.
paralysis by analysis,
Oh, yeah.
but you can do a little bit of meditation ahead of time. Help mitigate that a little bit. So,
Yeah.
no, let me just focus on this task and we'll get that done. And then when we get bored of that, we'll start this other one.
Right, yeah, you get, I find I get some kind of guidance from my intuition telling me what I should do, and it's usually timed perfectly with whatever other things that I'm not even aware of.
Mhm.
Um, Am I staying away?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Mike, yeah, I just want to work on this little guy. Hopefully I'm not in.
Oh, that's
right
better. Now we can see more of the canvas.
Right where you were gonna go.
We were looking at your midsection before. and
Oh,
Just the bottom of the painting, so this looks like a little better. Now we can see more of the paint from this angle at least. We have two angles going right now.
good. Yeah, so I mean,
We're doing it live.
doing it live. So I'm
For-
just making this, going back to this little guy that I started here.
For any viewers that may be with us now, or any viewers that may view this later, we're drawing nature in, and we do offer private art classes as well as public art classes. And then we will be doing this live stream every Monday at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So you can tune in on YouTube. That's where we're doing it for now. See how it goes. So those are 3 different ways, you know, and take advantage of the fun we're having here doing this painting. This is a intuitive painting we started a week ago, and we kind of on the 2nd week of working on it, seeing where we're led by our tuition to do with this.
Tell me, do you want me to switch sides with you? Do you want to work on this?
No, it doesn't matter.
'Cause
I'm still getting all my supplies
I just
ready.
want to make sure, because I mean, I'm happy to.
Still getting all the supplies ready.
I just wanted to work on this little guy for some reason, or whatever he or she is.
This light a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm wearing a back brace, just everybody, so they know what that is. I'm wearing a back brace because my back is out or in or on or something. My back, something's going on with it. So I find that if I wear a back brace, while I stand up, I also have sciatica right now, so that's what that's about. I feel like it's probably a spiritual situation because I think it has to do with my need to get my work and what I'm supposed to be doing out in the world. That's why I have pain on the right side. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but I try to look at my different ailments in terms of artistic symbolism.
Just adjusting some lights real fast. Make this a little better. Oh, yeah, this is better.
So, yeah, this little guy or girl is Caucasian because I am. That's why that is, just so that,
I have to let my eyes reacclimate. I would not advise looking directly into collagen. Like,
just do that.
yeah,
That's pretty funny.
it is not advised.
Yeah, keep collagen gazing. Not advised. So, yeah.
It's kind of like looking into the sun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Collagen gazing.
It's like, I'm not sure if it's good or bad. I feel like it's good to look in the sun for like short periods of time.
Like a split second.
Yeah.
Yeah, people claim that it's, therapeutic. I don't really know about that. I would have to do more research about that before I actually do it.
Yeah,
But I think being outside in the sun is really good.
definitely.
I've noticed it doesn't seem like I'm absorbing vitamin D the way I used to. And I'm not really sure what that is, whether it's geoengineering or what is going on. But I still go out there. Still try to be out there.
I thought of like a geoengineering joke that's kind of like they timed it perfectly. They got it to snow the day before Christmas, but not any other time here in Colorado.
Oh, really? It didn't snow down where we were.
Yeah, where we are, we got like a little dusty
Aw.
snow. Like on
A
Christmas
white
Eve.
Christmas.
So, yeah,
Thanks, Harp. Thanks to our friends at Harp. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Have you noticed, by the way, speaking of snow, have you noticed that that doesn't really seem like there are flakes anymore?
I've seen some weird irregularities in the flakes. I just remember from last year. But
We noticed that they were like more like ice crystals rather than flakes, like they're no longer beautiful designs. They're now just sort of like tiny ice stones.
you know, and if that has to do with pollution or if it's something with like if there is this geoengineering.
Well, I tried to look it up and I couldn't find anything on it. So I thought either people aren't looking closely at the flakes or it's just maybe I don't know. That's pretty much what I figured was people weren't really looking at them. But I used to look at them, every winter I would look at them, especially here in Colorado, powder. They're beautiful, amazing designs, and I haven't seen that for many years now. They seem to be just stones, little tiny. And the thing about it is that they don't. So if it snows for 4 hours, normally you would get quite a bit of snow, but because they're not flakes, they don't.
Maybe it's not getting cold enough to form the flakes as it used to.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems more like the plain and simple chemtrails. I'm gonna go get that stool over there and bring it over here if I can. Show you how I do it. Just letting you know that I'm gonna just jump over there because I gotta figure out a way. Sit. Well,
You need like a stool with wheels.
yeah, but I still have to go over these silly cords and everything, so
Well, we could figure out a way to get the cords lost.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
I'm always trying to be so accommodating.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
That's no problem. Is that a problem? To be accommodating?
I don't know. I think it's good. It's cool, but I don't, I'm not gonna.
I feel like if more people were accommodating in this world, we'd live in a better place.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely, I try to be of service. I try to think of others. I mean, this is not my natural way. I'm incredibly selfish by nature, but I have worked pretty hard to try to think of other people and what their needs might be so that I can be helpful.
That's most okay. Totally messed up my palette. All over ourselves, probably.
So yeah, I think that could be a big improvement if we were all trying to think of how we could be helpful to one another rather than how we could get over on one another.
Mhm.
But I don't, want to say what other people should do because I don't know. But when I was talking to somebody recently, and they told me that there's a lot of extreme dishonesty going on. Americans screwing over Americans, basically. That's what they said. And I felt really sad about that. Because right now, like, we need to be helping each other.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. It just should be.
It should be all the
Always.
time. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it should be all the time.
Always be trying to help each other out, like.
Especially right now. Like, there's so much going
Like
on.
if you see someone on the side of the road, you should pull over and see if they need help. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, maybe they already have it handled, but at least you found out. Or maybe they're like, oh yeah, my cell phone died and my car broke down and I need someone to call the tow truck for me. So that wouldn't take very long out of your day. You might be 5 minutes late to work, so hopefully you don't get fired for that. And if you did get fired for that, then maybe that's not the kind of place you want to work at. That's one thing I found, like, in my life that I've been like trying to just slow things down and not always be in such a hurry. So it seems like everything's just like, be in a hurry, go, 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 do. And it's like, sometimes you lose sight of like some of the beauty and some of the silver lining of things if you're rushing through everything.
Yeah, I noticed the geese fly overhead pretty much the same time every day. And I try to notice things like that. They seem to be doing fine, doing their thing. So I think I try to be more like them,
More like the geese, yeah.
The geese, they all fly together. They all talk to each other as they're flying. And
they're very community oriented than the geese, aren't they?
Yeah.
We could learn from them, I think.
Oh yeah, a lot. I mean, I think there's a bunch of geese that stay here through the winter, and people seem to treat them like they're rodents or something. Which even rodents, I mean, come on. People, I don't know, it's just a weird thing. People seem to, I think that has something to do with being in a hurry, like that you actually.
People feel like they're entitled,
Yeah.
And that they like have more, they're better than, or they're entitled compared to these geese. So they're like, these geese are just a nuisance to them. They're in their way. Oh, burp, burp, blowing their horn. Oh, like I need to get to my job that I hate. Or like, I'm in a hurry to, get to the grocery store. I can't deal with these geese getting in my way. But actually, maybe we got in their geese's way. Maybe they're just following the same path the generations and generations of those geese that have lived in that area have been following for hundreds of years. And so used to say we're not the ones who in their way.
We are in their way, totally. I mean, I look at the prairie dogs and like the prairie dogs, I love the prairie dogs. They're so intelligent. And they have their whole system and everything. Remember that there was Marmot Manor or something was on Discovery Channel a long time ago? And the
Yeah.
prairie dogs are not too far away from Marmot or whatever those were. I can't remember
Mhm.
what it was called or whatever that. They're pretty much the same. And so now this one location that I drive by, of course, has been sold and it's going to become more stupid, fake neighborhood crap, just like what we need more of. And of course, the marmots will have to move. I mean, the prairie dogs will have to move.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we're in their way for sure. We're definitely in their way.
I feel like we could like live with them in harmony.
Oh, I do too.
You know, they don't have to just be, we don't have to be in their way and they don't have to be in our way. You know, they're probably actually like healing that land by being on it. You know, digging their holes is probably like helping them break up, you know, vegetation and stuff, and make that soil so it's not so as dry.
I'm sure all kinds of things that I can't even imagine that they're doing, because that's part of nature. Nature all exists perfectly for itself.
Well, it's always mutually aiding itself by utilizing different like creatures and, you know, micro biology, little critters and stuff. And then the plants, you know, like the weeds are actually one of the first plants. Like if a piece of land gets devastated, weeds are the first ones that come in to heal that land. Their job is they you know, they might be there for a while, but their job is actually to heal that. You know, the weeds come first, and then eventually the native grasses and wildflowers and stuff like that come back. And then the weeds move on to a new section that needs to be healed.
Well, yeah, so you're saying basically that the weeds, the roots of the weed, like bindweed, brings up the nitrogen from far down underneath.
I don't know all the science behind it, but I know that that's a thing. That you know, that's why weeds are that's such a hardy plant for one thing, and they tend to pop up like where there's been construction and stuff. Usually they're like the first plant to pop up, unless you put, you know, carpet it with sod, or you know, what is that? Sod is that what they call it? The grass.
Yeah.
That you roll out. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad for the land, because I mean the carpeted sod actually is good for it too, but the weeds, you know, may actually be better to do first before you put that sod in, because there's something that they do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, dandelions come up in the spring because, at least for us, dandelions are really good because if you make dandelion root infusion or something like that, it cleans your liver after all that heavy food you have to eat during the wintertime.
Right. You don't see.
I mean, it's not, you know, people hate dandelions. My theory about why people, you know, want to control nature is because nature is free. Nature is free. Animals and plants are living by natural law and they're free, and we humans are not free, and we're jealous of the freedom of the plants, and so we feel super like a super little charge when we get to go out and buy some glycosyphate and spray the shit out of the dandelions.
Right? I can see that.
It's too bad, it's too bad that we have to fall prey to that.
That's funny though, because like in reality, we're just as free as the plants and animals. We just have enslaved ourselves, with the
Right, we have
with
enslaved
the notion of
authority.
authority and
Convenience, the need
convenience.
for convenience.
The need for convenience, Yeah, that authority, that need for authority, which I don't think we actually need it, is it runs pretty deep in people.
No, I think we don't need it because we really shouldn't be living in large cities. We should be living in tribes of no larger than 250 people. And then we wouldn't need authority because we would be able to be self-governing. But right now we're in cities, a lot of us. I live in a city. And it's completely unnatural. So we're gonna try to, change that. We're gonna try to create food sovereignty by creating a food co-op, utilizing a farm, and then we'll see what happens, we'll see, because we all do live in various city type places, but maybe we can change the way we source our food, and we can become a tribe within the city.
Mhm. Well, I feel like if we change our attitudes about what our purpose in this world would be, like if humanity decided, well, our purpose is to be gardeners and create a plant abundance and harmony on this planet, then like our cities would look completely different. Wouldn't that be cool? Like to imagine a city that is like everyone has their private, place that they can call their home where they can lay their head, and be safe. But then like the whole rest, like there'd just be like fruit trees and vegetable gardens everywhere, It'd be cool. Like you'd just be walking like when you leave your house, you'd just be walking through this jungle of like gardens and agricultural where you have like plants, the harmony of plants, where you have like the plants growing together that like each other. There's like all this permaculture everywhere. I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And then think about how much free time we'd have too, because we'd have to spend some time taking care of all that permaculture and abundance of like food, vegetables and stuff. But at the same time, it would be simpler if we weren't concentrated on all this materialistic junk. I mean, I have kids and we just went through Christmas and it's like I added like another 4 feet cube of space in my house that's just like a bunch of plastic junk toys for my kids and stuff. That
Really?
that I don't know how many other families that have kids added that much stuff to their house with just these toys. think my kids love playing with them, but I mean, we don't necessarily need that much. I feel like it's gotten overboard. Everyone needs all this stuff.
Yeah, remember when we were kids, we used to just play outside. We used to just make stuff up out of branches and.
I had
Did you
toys
do
as
that?
a kid. Oh yeah, we used to do that all the time. Like
Oh, I had toys too.
there's this aspen forest right over here that's has 3 houses built in it now that used to be just an aspen forest when I was a kid. And me and my friend, we used to go, like he had horses and we'd take the twine, the baling twine from the hay bales, and we'd find a nice wet, stick that had a nice flex to it, and tie it on there and made on like little bow and arrows and stuff.
Really?
Find like straight sticks and carve them up into little arrows. Yeah, we made like our own homemade bow and arrows out of baling twine and sticks.
That's neat.
Yeah. And we'd spend hours like the whole day doing, like we'd come back, it'd be like dark, and my parents would be like, where the heck are you? Oh, we were out and played in the forest.
Right. Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
very creative.
But yeah, I mean, that was just like what we did, one of the things we did. Or just like I had a trampoline, just countless hours jumping on that trampoline. Another thing that a lot of time to do. This is good. I'm probably in much better shape now as an adult, having done that much exercise on the trampoline.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I lived in a city, but I would go to my dad's house every weekend, and he lived on a beach in Martin County, California. I used to just be swimming and doing stuff by myself all the time. Like I was just constantly playing outside by myself all the time, constantly building sports and.
Well, it's crazy too, like as being a parent now, it's like the popsicle index is so much lower
The what?
or higher.
What is it?
Popsicle index.
What do you mean?
You ever heard of that? It's
No.
like how comfortable do you feel sending your kid to the corner store to buy a popsicle?
No, tell me about this.
And so it's like back, when you're talking about the popsicle index was really high, and people would like send their kids down to the corner store all the time to buy popsicles. Now, like that's like almost never happens, especially in like inner city situations where people are afraid of like gangs and any number of other things you could run into in a large city. I just feel like people aren't as trusting as they used to be.
Well, yeah, I'll have to admit that when you said
And the world seems like it's more dangerous now than it was back then. But I'm not convinced it really is.
yeah, when you said that when you see someone stranded at the side of the road, why don't you stop and help them? I was thinking, no. No, I'm not doing it. But I mean, I just don't think, I think I'm probably wrong about that, I think I probably could do it and it would be fine. And it's just propaganda that I'm buying into, that it's not safe to do that.
Yeah, like I feel like parents, it's a lot harder being a parent nowadays, I feel like, because there's just so much stuff. It's like, oh, like, are you feeding your kids organic, non-GMO? Did you have the organic diapers? Like, what?
Oh yeah, I remember back when I was growing up, they had diapers were cloth.
Yeah, we did the cloth diaper thing for a while with our kids. And we use so much water and when we do that.
Well, yeah, so there you go. There's, here I would think that would be more ecologically sound, but I don't know.
Where it's just like, I don't know, it's just like when I was a kid, like my mom used to like, if she had to run into the grocery store really quick, she would just like leave me in the car.
Uh-oh.
And I'd just sit there for like not very long. I mean, we grew up in a mountain community, so it wasn't like a dangerous place to do that. And it wasn't like she was going in to like do a whole like big shopping spree. It was like maybe she had to grab one or two quick things and pop back out.
You can't.
Nowadays, it's like that was like unheard of. You'd be like, you get like child protective service called on you. She got caught doing that.
Right. Well, I remember we used to also ride in the back of pickup trucks back then too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, if you like, you used to like drive by a police officer in the back of the pickup truck, or, bumping around, and everyone would get no seatbelt tickets.
Right. No, we're in a much different world now.
So I just feel like, I think that's kind of been like forced upon us to think, oh, the world's dangerous. No, it's not dangerous. It's not any more or less dangerous than it used to be. It's just, maybe it's just more, it's reported on, or it's more.
I think it's invented, honestly. I think it's, yeah, I guess for me, I mean, the thing is, it's like, I guess I pray a lot. So I could pray for, safety, to be protected. If I saw a car, by the side of the road and I could actually stop and help that person, I would just pray for protection. And I believe that everything would be fine. And that's what I would have to do.
Mhm.
I mean, I've had experiences where I've almost gotten into trouble, but I prayed and the person just miraculously just disappeared into thin air. So if I don't think in terms of like, normal, like you brought that up in the beginning of this conversation about if you see somebody stranded on the side of the road, help them, right? My immediate thought is no way, right? But then I will rethink that because I don't want to live like that and I don't want to buy into the propaganda. And so that's what I would do, is I would literally pray. I would see the person, I would pray, and I would, if I had the ability at that time to pull over and help them, I would try to help them. And I would trust that I was going to be protected.
And see, like, I think that's kind of, I feel like it would be a stranger in the store or in that scenario we were talking about where someone's stranded on the side of the road, like a car broke down kind of thing. I feel like when I approach a new person, I approach them like that they are, like, I guess I have this like naivety that like, oh, every person is kind. And so like, I approach everyone like, even if they're strangers, like they're going to be my best friend, but until proven otherwise. And I feel like not many people have that outlook. I feel like most people are like, they're going to treat someone like a stranger until proven otherwise, then maybe they would entertain the notion of letting them be a friend. I feel like that's more of like a fear-based way of approaching it. So I try to look at everyone in a good light when I meet them, and hopefully that's the case. And if it's not the case, then I'll deal with that in whatever way seems necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it doesn't work out or whatever, I pretty much am protected from anything bad happening to me if I'm coming from a helpful place.
But that kind of comes back down to like the whole slowing of things down. Because a lot of people are just like, oh, like, I don't even want to like acknowledge this person or say hi to them because I'm in too big of a hurry. Or it's like that kind of like New York, or like, just don't bother me kind of thing.
New York? Are you putting down New York?
No, because actually I had really good experiences
I
in New
did
York.
too. I never had that experience.
I never had problems with people like, everyone kind of walked around the city and kind of mind their own business. But if you like engaged in conversation with someone, people were usually generally pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I don't know how it is now, but back then when I lived there, there was a situation where this woman fell down on the street. I think I was on the upper east. I'm not really sure where I was exactly. I don't remember exactly where I was because it was the Bronx Fire Department that came, so it might have been far up. I'm not sure, but this older lady fell on the street and her glasses broke and her face started bleeding, and a bunch of people, just whoever was around, we just like surrounded her, and somebody called the ambulance. I think this is in 2009 actually, and then the ambulance came and took her away. But we all just hung out with her until they got there, and it was really awesome. And honestly, I'm not sure I would see that here. I'm not sure that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, at that time in New York, there was like hundreds of people on the street all the time, and
Oh yeah.
I heard lately it's not like that, but and I also
Yeah,
heard,
I was there. I was there in 2009.
oh, you were?
Mm-hmm.
I just went to visit.
I was
See
there.
the Guggenheim. Go see the Kandinsky show and do a retreat upstate. And I was just in the city for a little while.
Nice.
Like a day or something. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody, I don't know who was, told me like there's hardly anybody on the street now. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine. I remember when I first got there when I was in, I used to go there every summer with my mom. So I'm not really sure how I didn't realize this, but when I finally went to art school, I was like, where are all these people going? It's like, well, this is just normal. I don't know how I missed that when I was with my mom when I was a kid, but anyway, yeah, I don't know how it is now.
I have to talk to my friend out there. He works
So
at
you still have a friend who lives there?
Yeah, he works at a Starbucks
Oh boy.
near Times Square.
Oh Lord.
So he gets a pretty good taste of it.
Is he from here?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to come back here?
I think he does actually.
I would.
But he does, the logistics are paralyzing him. He's getting in his head too much on the logistics. Where will I work? Where will I live?
Dude.
How will I move my stuff?
I don't know. really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, look at start. Why don't you just transfer Starbucks?
Yeah, really.
A start, I'm then sure that's the thing you can do within that company.
Well, yeah, they just unionized it somewhere. Starbucks just unionized
Oh yeah.
somewhere. I can't remember what state it was.
Hmm.
And maybe on the East Coast, actually. Yeah, so that you probably could. Probably could transfer. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there anymore. I mean, I'm not really sure that there's any place I'd really like to be at this point, but since I'm here, I'm gonna just stick it out. How's that?
Right.
I mean, we are getting to an age where being cold is difficult for the old bones, but
Yeah.
I don't really see how we could possibly go anywhere at this point. So we're just gonna try to make it work. We're gonna try to create community here, and
It's a good place to be. Pretty. There's a lot of nature. You can immerse yourself in here in Colorado, so it's a nice place to be, I think.
yeah. Ultramarine. I'll try. Oh, maybe cobalt would be better. No, I'll use ultramarine. All right, let's switcheroonie. You go over here. Oh. Should jump in here. I'm using my nostril hair brushes to see if that's my thing is gonna make this pain take a year to finish. But,
I'm just doing stuff.
stuff.
Just filling in shapes right now.
Hmm?
How I figure out what your live stream link's going to be ahead of time.
Figure out what?
What the live stream link will be ahead of time, so
Oh, maybe
easier to advertise.
maybe it's the same for the time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Something we'll look into.
Let's find out. Eventually. I gotta find my white. Maybe it's not bad. Maybe I should read something from,
Sure, yeah.
what would you like to hear from? Which
Um,
one? Kabbalion or
Either one,
either one, he says.
fine with whatever.
I'm going
Could
to
do
read.
the emerald tablets, I guess.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Sure.
I was just gonna do, I literally was gonna do that.
Always like that one.
Um,
I think I put them over on the table over here.
Oh, okay.
Cause, oh yeah, because I set up my paint stuff right over here. Those books were.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to read from the Emerald Tablets, and then I think I might read some of the volume too. First, Emerald Tablets. First. All right. So I'm just gonna open it anywhere and see what I can, where.
See where it pops to.
Okay, so I'm in the Emerald Tablets on page 19. Oh, interesting. I'm actually gonna go to page 18 here. So this is where this is in the halls of Amenti. He in the night into light of the halls of Amenti, free of the flower of light and of life. Guided he then by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men. There he may dwell as one with the masters. Free, seated within the flower of radiance, sit 7 lords from the space times above us, helping and guiding through infinite wisdom, the pathway through time of the children of men. Mighty and strange, they, veiled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force, different yet one with the children of men. I, different and yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to loose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sits the veiled presence, Lord of lords, the infinite 9. Over the other, from each, the lords of the cycles. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, each with his mission, each with his powers, guiding, directing the destiny of man. There sit they, mighty and potent, free of all time and space. Not of this world they, yet akin to it, elder brothers they of the children of men. Judging and weighing they with their wisdom, watching the progress of light among men. There before them was I led by the dweller, watched him blend with one from above, one being all caps. Then from he came forth a voice saying, Great art thou, Thoth, among children of men, free henceforth of the halls of Amenti, master of life among the children of men. Taste not of death except as thou will it. Drink thou of life to eternity's end. Henceforth forever is life, thine for the taking. Henceforth is death at the call of thy hand. Dwell here or leave here when thou desireth, free as Amenti to the Son of Man. Take thou up life in what form thou desireth, child of the light that has grown among men. Choose thou thy work, for all must labor. Never be free from the pathway of light. One step thou hast gained on the long pathway upward. Infinite now is the mountain of light. Each step thou taketh but heightens the mountain. All of thy progress but lengthens the goal. Approach ye ever the infinite wisdom. Ever before thee recedes the goal. Free are ye, made now of the halls of Amenti, to walk hand in hand with the lords of the world. One in one purpose, working together, bring up light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one of the masters, taking my hand and leading me onward through all the halls of the deep hidden land. Then the last two sentences of that stanza are, led he me through the halls of Amenti, showing the mysteries that are known not to man.
Yeah, these halls of Amenti, I feel like they're like a guide on how you navigate the afterlife. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. Or maybe it's like these lords that are in the halls of Amenti are like the earth spirits or something.
Yeah, it's weird though that they are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that they are not of us, but they're our elder brothers.
Uh-huh.
That is so weird. I mean, it just makes me wonder.
Or maybe this is some like inner earth like civilization we're talking about. And, heard about that, like inner earth stuff?
Oh yeah, well, sure. I mean, that guy, Phillip Schneider talks about it. Do you know him? Did we talk about Phillip Schneider? Phillip Schneider was a army guy with the super high clearance, high level clearance.
Mhm.
And he actually, I think he was stationed at Dulce Air Force Base or something. So it's not obviously Air Force, not Army, whatever.
Mhm. I went to New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah. And he was sent down to like this lower level with 75 officers or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I'm not a big military person, so I don't know what they're called.
The ranks and everything.
The ranks, whatever. 75 people went down in this elevator to this lower place, and there was 2 gigantic dark gray aliens down there.
Oh yeah.
And they did something to them where they blasted them with some kind of radiation and killed all 70, almost all the people that went down, except he survived, and his hand and his foot were blown off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he at that point realized that the higher ups had known that was going to happen. So then he left the security. He left his position, because he had been doing it for so long. This is his whole life, but he realized that they didn't care about him or anyone else, and because they allowed all those people to die, and so he started talking about it. Yeah, he was a whistleblower, and then he was like suicided in like maybe 1980. I don't know when.
I heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a video. He's on, you can find it on YouTube, find him or somewhere. You can find the video. But eventually he was, because he started naming names and stuff. So that he was basically, and he's the one who said that there is a train between DIA and Denver International Airport and Dulce. And that there, that there are aliens living down there. So yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know what the heck they're doing. I have no idea what the hell is going on, really, except it seems like destroying the earth is part of the plan. And
I heard there's like several different civilizations actually live down there.
oh, really?
And like one's like super old and they're like humanoids.
Really?
Yeah. But they're like super advanced.
Really?
Yeah. And they have like a fake sun down there that's
What?
supposedly
What's
it's like an artificial like light source, but they make it through frequency or something, according to this whistleblower that was talking about that. And yeah, there's several different actually civilizations and different races.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I've been digging too deep down that rabbit hole, but
I don't know that I can, I could believe anything at this point.
and so like I guess this, I forgot what they're called, start with an A according to this guy. But these people, they're kind of like, I guess they do a lot of like meditation and interfacing, like telepathically interfacing with us on Earth. I've heard.
Really?
Yeah. And they're actually trying to help us. Like their goal is to like for us to, ascend and become, more loving creatures. That's interesting. Anchar or something?
I've never heard of it. I don't know. I've totally not gone down this road at all. I mean, I started listening to some flat earth stuff lately, just for fun, just because it was talking about Tartaria and stuff. But that's about, I haven't ever looked into that at all, because I just didn't see the point. Because to me, the point is like, well, we still have to take care of each other regardless if the earth is flat or round. So
Right,
I don't
yeah,
need to
exactly.
know the answer to this. I mean, it's an unanswerable question, so why bother
Mhm.
going down that road? So I think I probably just smushed it all together. Like I smushed together the inner earth thing with the flat earth thing. And
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
just
mean, I feel like there'd be more evidence of these inner earth beings and stuff, but.
Well, what do you mean? There could be, it's just that you're not.
Right.
I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows if the stuff that we see in the sky is military or,
Yeah.
because they have so much money, they can, who knows what they're.
Well, even Bigfoot, I heard like there's people that like, but there's like, that's like a whole nother, and they're Bigfoot's, it's not just one creature, it's like a whole like civilization.
Oh,
they actually
cool.
have,
Oh, that's
it looks
cool.
like they have like kind of like a religion, and
Wow.
that they are like,
Neat.
they're pretty advanced.
Oh, that's cool.
And they just kind of, they don't really like us, but they understand that they can live on this planet and we can live on the planet too.
Yeah,
But there's like weird stuff they can do, like they can like freeze things like telepathically and stuff.
Wow.
These Bigfoot supposedly.
Yetis.
I guess they found a couple of them according to this one researcher. I'd have to look his name up.
So I just want to say that I was having trouble starting again, so I just am picking up the brush in my left hand. And just so that, just FYI, like I started getting into my head about this painting, like what the hell am I doing or whatever. And so I just picked up the brush in my left hand so that I could free myself up from the analysis paralysis.
Yeah, we could get,
So I just want to say that. But
get away from
this is
that.
interesting what you're talking about. I mean, I'm sure I don't, that's the one thing that's so sad about our stupid civilization is that we get so caught up in just trying to get by that we can't have a whole lot of time to investigate what's really here on this earth and what we're really supposed to be doing here. We're so
Well, there's something in like Graham Hancock's book, and like he's been like kind of exposing some of these things that are happening in archaeology and different stuff. And like I guess there's this thing where like you're not allowed to dig past the like deeper than a certain
oh
point.
God, are you serious?
And if you do, then it's like really taboo, and like you can get in a lot of trouble because because people who are ignoring that and they're digging deeper, they're finding stuff.
Oh, I bet.
That's, according to our current history, that they've spoon fed us, it's challenging.
No, I'm
that
sure. I mean,
all
have you heard
those
that whole thing about
deadlines.
how all the mesa rocks are all actually tree trunks? Giant. video. Is it sideways?
Yeah.
Upside down? Pardon me for cussing. Pardon.
Probably have audio back. I don't know when it dropped for.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
This is why you need a shadow host.
Oh, a shadow host. That makes sure that you,
Well, that's they find out like when stuff like this happens, they know about it.
okay, is it is it the right way?
You're good now. Yeah.
I'm good now. Good. I'm good now.
So yeah, I don't know where we lost that. But
Oh, actually,
we'll be missing some audio.
all right. Well, actually, now I realize I've got to turn the camera back. There we go. So, let's see here. Okay, well, too bad. We're missing some audio. Oh, well. I mean, that's life, you know.
Yeah. Whatever. We're doing it live.
Doing it live. I mean, we're experimenting because we didn't even start this painting, you know, on YouTube, which is what we'd hope to do. But who knows? We're just gonna do this. We're following our intuition.
There's a black here.
Where the heck is my- Huh?
Oh, you said it's in black. For some reason, when your camera went out, it didn't go to my camera, so you have like a bunch of just like black.
Oh, well, I guess you'll have to.
The Zoom call though seemed like had
Right.
cameras going, so I don't know.
So it's a Zoom call and YouTube at the same time?
Yeah,
Of course.
we're live streaming the Zoom call.
Okay. Well, I think the painting's pretty interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
it's definitely an interesting thing to watch coming into existence. All right, return to it makes me hungry and tired, which is good, right? It's really good. That's good. That's good. Hey.
we're back.
Okay. So I'm gonna change my hands again. Definitely like overthinking things. I don't know.
Oh well.
It's not dropped out right now, right?
No,
We
we're
just
back.
have to check it.
It's back. It's back. To recording.
So, have you had any interesting interactions with any people outside of your family?
Yeah. That's a really nice one. What day was that? Tuesday, what was that? That was like Tuesday, I think, the last week. Where is Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Took Oliver to the park. And, Kittredge Park, it's called. It's like a playground, you know, by the creek and stuff. And there were some ladies there that were really just on the same page of like not wanting to like, you know, have to put up with this, what they're calling this so-called new normal that they're trying to impose on us, you know. And it was just really, it was refreshing to me to see that there's other people, you know, parents with young children like I am out there that are getting fed up, and like it's tough because, you know, it's like you remember your childhood and how you grew up, and it's like, you know, when I grew up, I never had to worry about any kind of like sickness or, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have to like do this weird stuff that we're doing now, bend over backwards and do all these weird like mandates and stuff. It's just like, you could just go be a kid. And now our kids, like they don't get that. They don't get to just be kids. They have to be like responsible.
Well, right. I mean, again, this is I mean, if you think about it, like in other countries, like that have been at war for many years, like Beirut or something, the kids all have to grow up like that. But we've never been attacked the way we're being attacked now.
Mm-hmm.
This is psychological warfare.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And it's like, and it's not good for the kids, or I think it's a bad thing for the kids.
Oh, it's terrible. Trauma, horrible
Yes.
trauma. Yep.
And so it was nice to hear that these ladies were like, kind of like, oh, like the only way we can get out of it is by, you know, not conforming to the whim of rich billionaires, you know, and what they think we should do.
So are you guys gonna form some kind of group up here?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to them much since at all, really, other than just like one text saying, oh, it's nice to talk to you. Our kids seem to get along and play together well. Other than that, I haven't really. But it's something that I should probably like look into pursuing a little bit deeper. Because I think that's part of it is, you know, forming communities with these like-minded people. It's gonna, you know, help. Because that's the opposite thing of what they want to happen. They don't want us forming communities against their, you know, agenda.
Right. No, exactly. I mean, I feel so blessed that I'm in this community, even though it's not near me, my house. I mean, I have to drive an hour to get up there, but it's amazing. It's truly amazing. And I'm hoping that, you know, we do have a guy that I brought up there last week who is one of the area assistants for the People's Rights Group. Have you ever heard of that?
Okay.
That's Ammon Bundy. You know who that is, right? He's
Okay.
from Oregon.
Uh-huh.
He's the one whose ranch was taken away from